Alright, so this is an explanation to the video I posted of the no commentary 80% tutorial. And in this video, I'll be explaining on what I did in this run and what you need to do before you start the run. So, one of the first things to note is that you do want to play on a profile that has finished the game at least one time. And main reason why is that skipping cutscenes are not skippable through the first time playing through, which is why you want to complete a casual playthrough or play out on a profile that's already been in the game once. And if you have your casual file on file 1, that's okay. There's not going to be any save and quit tech that I'll be using this run. So, also, another thing. You're going to need a seed before starting this run, and if you don't know how to do that, there's a video down in the description of this video that you can watch and to understand how you can get a seed. We're going to be doing a few skips in this run. It's not going to be a whole lot. Also, this run is also kind of doing the bare minimum, so there's not going to be a whole lot of tricks being done. However, I'll be showing you some strats that you can incorporate to get a faster time. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get started. So we'll be hit new game here. The timer will not start actually here. It will actually be starting when we click start here. Is going to be showing the autosave screen here. But when we hit OK here, this is where the run starts. So if you have a timer, you can just start it. And we'll just hit start right here. Now we will be hit by two cutscenes right here. Um, First one right here. If you actually notice the top right, it shows a skip icon. You just hit the skip button twice, and it will just skip the cutscene right away. And this will go the same for the second one here, like that. And we're off to walking. So what we have to do is we're going to be walking straight to Steward right here. This person right here is secretly Steward, just pretending to be normal. So we're going to be talking to him. And more important piece of information right here is that um, whenever you're going through text dialogue or text boxes, you want to be mashing A as the text is scrolling here, and you may notice that it instantly filled in. If you do that correctly, you basically kind of just skipped having to wait for it to scroll all the way until the end right here. Like that. And what we're going to be doing is just hit yes to, check in. So move up on the left stick or D-pad up, hit yes, and then we skip cutscene right here, another one right here, and now we are in our room, Luigi's room, and all we got to do is to continue the sequence with the story is to go ahead and talk to Polterpup, and like I said, just mash A when you're talking in dialogue here. Yes, skip the cutscene right here. There's actually a cutscene right here that you can actually skip while it's in black, but I'm pretty sure I purposely show that. Okay, I didn't. But when it's pitched black right there, you can skip the cutscene, another cutscene right here. But once we do that, we're gonna be leaving our room. And when we leave the room right here, um, we'll get another cutscene right here that we'll skip. And now we're gonna have to go to Mayur's room first. And the main reason why is that this opens in the next sequence. if you don't do this, you won't be able to progress the game. So we have to go into Mario's room, and we just leave right away. And keep in mind that whenever you're interacting with doors, always try to go near their handles. That way you don't lose time on kind of being too far away. If I were to hit X like a bit further away from this door, it'd take a bit longer for him to reach. So now we're entering in Peach's room, and when we leave here, this will trigger the elevator right here, which will trigger the next sequence. So all we have to do now is basically walk all the way to the right, and we do that. This is gonna be a cutscene right here. Skip that cutscene. And now we're gonna be running away from King Boo. Um, so from here, you want to kind of walk down to dodge this cleaning cart, and then you want to kind of go towards the middle of this like carpet. This way you can walk by, kind of like a little bit more up here. So you walk by this thing, and then you go to the middle, right here. So you can dodge this. Once you did that, we're gonna go all the way to the left here and interact with this vent. X, and then skip this cutscene. And now this is basically the intro of the game. So I'm going to be skipping through this to save time. So now we'll be waiting, and there's going to be a cutscene right here. After this load, so you see that. Skip the cutscene. Now we're just going to be walking through this laundry. Just need to exit this laundry room. Speed this up. So yeah, now we have to go into this garage. We got to go to this door right here. This is basically where we get our poltergust. And this is the tutorial that we'll be doing. So there's gonna be a cutscene right here, you skip it. And you basically just do what Polterroat wants to do. Hold A, and then release it. Set R. Low. And then burst. Here you mash A to scroll through the dialogue quicker. And then you hit yes, because you obviously have already learned the tutorial. And when you hit yes right here, you're going to have another cutscene that you're going to be needing to skip. And after that, we're going to be leaving out of this room, and we're going to be heading to our right here. And we're going to be going towards this green light right here. This is a flashable light. So we're going to be hitting A right in front of it. So this opens this door for us. So now we're going to go through the door and up these stairs. And there's going to be an obstacle in our way. All we have to do is just burst right in front of it. So it'll break off. And now we can walk up even more and go through this door. And now we're going to be going straight left right here to trigger a cutscene right here. And this is going to be our first ever combat. Ghost fight, I should say. So when we skip this cutscene, we're going to be going down. You obviously see Luigi get scared, but all we're going to be doing is basically flashing the ghost with A and going closer to him. And whenever you tether him, you immediately flick your left stick to the opposite direction from where the ghost is facing. So if it's facing down, we gotta go up. diagonally this way. And whenever we fill the charge meter here, this is our slamometer. Uh, when we fill this up, we're going to be able to do what's known a slam action, or slamming. Um, this first ghost does kind of slow down a bit when it comes to slamming, but whenever we hit A here, we do a slam, and cool tip, because I'm going to explain this, this is going to be called fast slamming. You may not notice this, like I said, because this first ghost does kind of get slowed down by the game trying to teach you, because this is where the game try to teach you how to slam. What it doesn't tell you to is to time your A presses at the right time. So whenever you slam a ghost onto the ground and you see those like shockwave effects, big splash onto the ground, that's when you hit A again. A. From there we finish our first goob. There's gonna be two more sets of goobs right here that we'll be fighting. A good way to defeat them, beginner-wise, is that we're gonna actually be heading directly right from where we are. So we just move right here. And what this does is just let them get manipulated into being grouped together. And so as soon as you see them like appear right here, go ahead and kind of move left and hit A. This way, you'll end up flashing both of them like this and be able to grab them both. And now after that, we're going to be go ahead to the desk right here, because we got to grab a key. All we got to do is burst this trap door, hit X on the key to grab it, and now we got to go up these left stairs up to these double doors. Skip the cutscene, unlocking the door, and there's gonna be a cutscene. You can skip a cutscene right here when it's black right here, but I show you. I didn't, but you get what I mean. So now that we're in here, we're gonna be going to EGAD's painting. Trigger another cutscene. Skip that. Now we can leave this room to the left of this door. From here, we're gonna go up, not to this door, because this door is actually locked, so we gotta get a key from this room right here. And from here, we're gonna head right, and there's gonna be a flashable light right here that we can flash at. This will open up this to shoot out the key. We'll be standing kind of like somewhat in the middle of this, but a little bit further up, like kind of like between this and this. So you can grab the key.
Got it.
From here, we're gonna leave out, and this is gonna be another ghost fight. So right here, we're gonna do another similar thing like we did the first fight. However, it is technically a bit slower, but it is guaranteed by like 9 out of 10 times. So we're gonna be moving directly left, kind of hugging here for a bit, and then start moving right so we can kind of flash these two. Reason why I did that is that so I can lure this guy closer to this guy. Like that. It's like a double pepper like that. For that, now we can enter this door right here. The key, skip the cutscene. You'll have to purposely trigger this Then you flash this. Cutscene right here. From here, you just hold X. Finish the tutorial of the dark light, because we unlocked it just now. From here, we're now going to leave the room and head back to EGAD to free him. Hold X. Skip the cutscene. Now we're going to be leaving through the double doors down here. So with this dialogue, you can skip this. However, whenever you're in his lab, you won't be able to skip through the dialogue, but rather mash through them quickly. So here, whenever his tech dialogue appears, you can just double minus to skip them. And there's another one right here. Skip that one as well. And we're going to be heading to the right over here and burst this trash can. And when we do this burst trash can, we just skip this dialogue and open the elevator. Hitting this button, and we go inside the elevator and hit X to trigger this panel. And here you gotta mash through the dialogue. There's 3 text boxes here. 1, 2, 3. After the third one, we can go ahead and select B1. From here, he's gonna just do another dialogue, which you can actually skip. Double minus. And the elevator is open. We can go ahead and leave, and we're gonna go back to the area that we were just earlier, where we unlocked the Polterkitty. And this is going to be the very first boss fight, named Steward. So what we're gonna do is actually gonna move to the right over here until his Suke breaks right here, and we're gonna flash him right here. And as soon as you kind of tether him right here, immediately pull back, like really pull back the left stick in this direction. And from here, when we charge the slam meter, we're gonna go slam downwards 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you hit the 5th slam, start mashing the burst action, which is hitting both ZL and ZR together. And if you do this correctly, while keep moving down right here, you'll be able to burst him. You'll be able to make him jump like this. And when you land, you can go ahead and walk close to him and flash him. And tether again, and whenever you're tethering him under 100 HP right here, this is enough HP to finish him off with 5 slams, because each slam does 20 HP, so 20 times 5 slams is 100. And that is basically Steward. Like, so after that, he drops out buttons right here. We're gonna celebrate here because we didn't do a setup. There is a setup that I could explain, but I'm gonna be saving that for another video. But for now, I'll be explaining the basics of this game. So, yeah. So after this celebration, we're gonna go ahead and grab these buttons. Skip this cutscene right here, skip this second cutscene right here, and then now we're gonna go enter this lab, and there's gonna be another cutscene right here that we skip, and this is the part where you basically are mashing through the dialogue. So it's basically just rhythm mashing with the A button. So if you mash it out of rhythm, you should be able to just get through this dialogue very quickly.
Wow. Got it.
This is pretty much just him giving you, virtual boo, and then
Got it.
him the ability to talk to you at the elevator. So after he gives you that thing, he's going to let you head to the elevator. So after this, we're gonna be able to scroll through. You're gonna be selected at EGAD, and so you have to go all the way to the left here, so you can explore a hotel. So that way you can leave the lab, and we're gonna head out down here, and now we're gonna go to the elevator over here. And when you hit X right here, there's gonna be a cutscene that you skip right here. You can skip it when it's in pitch black right there, a little more early. After that, you'll be mashing the dialogue right here, and this will be where you insert your first
Oh
buttons,
yeah. Here we
the
go.
elevator panel. And this is typically where I would be splitting. If you don't know, this is where runners would be splitting. Some runners may do it differently, but majority would split when the button kind of clicks in.
Haha.
Yep. So
Oh yeah.
now we did that, we'll be mashing through dialogue right here. And when we're out of the panel right here, after mashing into that text, we're going to be pausing the game with plus, and we're going to scroll to EGAD hotline right here. And when we click on EGAD hotline, EGAD will be trying to talk to you here, but we can actually skip this by hitting plus the pause button twice or plus button twice, and I'll just skip the dialogue that we have to go through there. And we can go ahead and hit X on this panel and go to 5F, which is the next one that we need to be going to. So right here, 5F. And we did also unlock a new thing after leaving the lab, which is going to be the plunger, which will let us slam objects and break them like this. So we'll be doing that so we can get through. If you do miss that though, you will get this call earlier. So don't worry about missing it. And whenever you get these calls, these like virtual boosts, so you hit A here. You can just hit minus twice right here to skip them and just continue on. And we're gonna be heading up over here to trigger this clicking cart. There is a bit of a random chance here that will happen. If you see Luigi get scared after this, there's a RNG rat that will let him get him spook speed. And I'll explain I'll explain it now. Spook speed is basically whenever Luigi gets scared, he'll get instant sprint. And also, that's also another thing I haven't mentioned is that if you ever walked in a straight line for 2 seconds, you'll start running. However, if you start to do an action or stop moving, that running speed will stop going after that action is done. So like you saw, I moved for 2 seconds, so I can start running. I got scared, but I still can continue running. here is we're gonna be walk past this 506 room and to trigger this cleaning current where we have 3 Googies. And what we're gonna be doing is actually gonna be moving left a bit and then hitting A to flash this guy. Walk close to him, tether him, drag him back as hard as you can. We're gonna be slamming this guy. Slam direction for this guy. And if you do the third slam right here, you can hit this guy. And what you can do is grab these two rather than this one. It's because when you do this, you'll be able to finish off this guy like this way. And here's the next important part. After you finish these ghosts, for each fight, we're going to be holding the plunger out. By hitting Y or hitting L, you can hold out the plunger, which will skip a celebration animation. And a great way to tell when to let go is whenever the lights go out, like kind of goes to normal here, you can let go of it. And this also works with being near with doors. So if you ever finish this fight near the door right here, you won't have to do the plunger thing at all. And this is the room that we'll be going to, room 508. And there'll be a cutscene right here that we skip. And when we do that, head back down to exit this room. But we're actually not going to be exiting this room because there's going to be a cutscene right here that we're going to skip. And right here, we're going to hit A, vacuum, and immediately pull back. And if you do this correctly, you should be still in place. And you can basically slam this guy. And what I do here is that you can let go of them by hitting ZL while holding ZR or letting go of ZR after slamming them once. Like this. Once you grab them again, a little slam, and like I said before, we can go through the door, so we don't have to deal with the celebration animation. And now we're going to room 507, which is the room to the left over here. And we fight against Champion. We walk around kind of near this bucket, and then do a flash, and pull out the plunger, throw at her. And we're going to be tethering this, and re-slam her 3 times. And then we're going to be leaving the room immediately after this. And we'll get a call right here. And this happens whenever you're not doing the 1 cycle. I won't be teaching the 1 cycle in this, for beginner reasons. So, just first real blue call, just hit minus twice. And I will say this though, sometimes Chamber can appear in this room next, rather than in room 505 sometimes. Which is why I dark light it, because sometimes when you dark light this door, her icon appears like this. So you can basically kind of do this to see that if she's in that room, then she'll be there. So right here, main reason why you want to flash her is that if you ever try to do a plunger and grab her, sometimes you'll just grab her herself without grabbing the plunger itself, which is ultimately the main reason why we want to flash her. Too bad I missed it right here, which is okay. You can only do 3 slams per rune right here. And now she should be in 506. If yours is somehow inverted, she'll end up being in... After 506, she'll be in 505. Right here, the final 3 slams. And we finish her off. And now we have a luggage that we'll need to interact with. Skip the cutscene right here. When E-Guy calls you like this, you can skip it. Be leaving, and we're gonna go back to the elevator. Right here.
Oh, yeah. Ha ha. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh.
So after inserting the 3F button,
Oh, yeah.
E-Guide will tell us that we need to go back to the lab, so we have to go to B1, basement 1. So we're gonna go back to the lab, and when we go to the lab, we're gonna skip this cutscene here, this one, and this one. And now we're gonna be spawning Gooigi with R3 or hitting the right stick. Right stick press. And all you gotta do is go and get him through the gate. This, go around this pool of water, because he's not immune to it. And skip that dialogue. And now you can turn this valve by vacuuming, ZRing. And while Gooigi is doing that, be sure that you keep holding the action as you're swapping. And walk upright like this, so you can trigger this. Skip this dialogue. And from here is just EGAD yapping simulator. After this, we're gonna leave. And like I said, we're gonna be going back to the elevator that we were, and we're gonna go through to 3F. So when we enter 3F, we're gonna go to our right, because this door is locked from our left. We're gonna go to the men's bathroom right here, because it's the only thing open. And we're gonna go to the right stall. So we gotta plunger this to break it. Hit X on the toilet, so we can grab the key. From there, we can open this door now. Skip this cutscene. Hit X to enter. And now we're in the mall. From here, when we walk and trigger cutscene here, skip this. We're gonna walk on this right side of the escalator. And we're gonna be heading to our right into here to grab this key, the special key. And you may notice that there's a star door right here. Our whole objective is basically going through these 4 rooms until the last room, which will give us the final key to enter to the boss room.
Huh?
So after getting the key, we're going to go ahead and go around and pay attention to where I'm moving. So instead of going up right here, we want to avoid doing key checks. So in order to do this, we're going to go down below this table, and we'll be hugging against this railing. When you hug that, you just get the key check right here. And whenever you are about to walk to right here, as you're walking towards this diamond shape, you can spawn Luigi, and as long as Luigi is basically kind of blocking the front view here, Luigi will transfer the key to Gooigi right here. which is, and when I walk right behind him like this, the key check won't happen. So now we'll be going into this room and hitting X. However, we're gonna have to do another fight. And right here, it's got cutscene, so skip it. And what I do is I dark light until I can see the ghost. First defeat it. You can slam onto this guy. What I did here is I kind of walk against the wall right here to kind of manipulate this guy so that both of them can be together like this. And I want it, when I set him like kind of down right here, I can have the key kind of get pushed towards, like get pulled to him like that. And when I do that, what you can do is basically there's gonna be a bit of multitasking with this run, a lot you're gonna have to do. So we're actually positioning Luigi kind of right in front of this escalator for later. So maybe kind of like right in front of this line right here. And we'll swap back to Gooigi to continue. So now we're gonna head down, right. And we won't have to worry about a key check for these two here. Or those. And we'll be interacting with this cashier, with the hard key. And like before, we have to face against another ghost. So here, we're actually going to win until we're able to hit A on this green light, which will open this. And there's going to be a stack of coins. And all you need to do is basically just, important thing to note is that we want to stand right behind this white color, I guess white line, behind this line right here, and vacuum kind of towards up. This will trigger the ghost fight, and maybe reason why you want to be standing behind the line right here is that these mini goobs are going to be spawning down instead of kind of be in where the stack of coins are. So we're gonna head down, flash these guys, and then flash these guys. And if you're lucky enough, if you landed on the right spot right here, you should grab the key. Now that we got the spade key, we'll move up here. And here's a cool optimization. So when you go through this this thing, hold X as you walk into this trigger, and when this happens, these orbs are going to make this object be invincible, which requires a dark light, but since we're already in this like in-game cutscene here, it will automatically start doing the dark light action. And we'll just grab these orbs to reveal it and interact with it. And we'll be able to collect this key. We want to kind of grab in the middle right here. And once we get this, we'll be facing against a goob with sunglasses. And this goob will not be able to be flashable unless we do this one special action, which is the burst, which will take off the glasses. And when we do that, best thing to do is to break these tables. Fortunately, I could not do it in this run. So after that, we get this guy, and then we kind of walk towards these two. There's actually two over here. There's 4 mini goobs in this part. But after getting those two and on the left right here, we'd be going between these two guys and burst so we can get this guy vulnerable. Flashes, and we'll be slamming him towards the Unicube. And after finishing the slam, we're going to go ahead and swap to Luigi and hold the plunger. And when we do that, we're going to walk towards the down the escalator, and this will trigger the escalator. And after we gain control, we're going to step down for a bit, stop, swap back to Luigi. And this will let Luigi just go down with the escalator as Luigi is moving down to here as well, because it's the last area that we'll be going to. And when Gooigi is low enough, we'll swap to Luigi. Turn this fan. I'm sure you're vacuuming. Once those are both vacuum, right there, you can let go. You can basically let go when it does that right here. And just go through this. Dark light this thing. Cashier. Get all the orbs. Interact with it. And we'll finally get the start key. Now we'll make our way out of this room. However, we'll be dealt with a cutscene that we cannot skip. You cannot skip this cutscene, so you have to let it play out. And here is a important thing to note over. Is that we have to get this key so we can get the trigger, but you can get the trigger here as long as you're walking close to the key, which you'll have to get the save icon to appear for this, but in this tutorial we'll be getting the key, so we're 100% guaranteed to get this trigger. So we'll be going up on this left escalator. As you see, it gets stopped. And when we go up, it'll start moving. From here, we'll skip this cutscene, and we'll be facing our first hammer. So what we're gonna do is actually move down like this, and when he's kind of low enough, we'll go ahead and flash him. If he starts charging, run to him up close and burst and immediately flash so you can flash him in time. But once we flash him, I'm going to be teaching you how to do a re-grab of this hammer. If you remember what we did with the goobs, we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, let go. Release out 5 times, and after this, we'll go hold up the plunger, let go. Go up here, we'll skip this dialogue, and now we can finally go to Kruller's room. Skip this cutscene, this one as well. And here is a hopefully one cycle, I believe I did. So from here, we're gonna have Luigi against this cage, vacuuming. And while he's doing that, we'll have Gooigi get spawned. And from here, we're gonna be vacuuming. We'll walk towards him and then kind of move back down like this. And once his sunglasses are broken off, we'll move towards him, flash him, and then we're gonna be slamming 1, 2, 3, let go, which by hitting ZL or just letting go of ZR, And from there, we'll walk closer to him and then burst. And then when he's kind of up right here, we'll flash him and we'll be able to grab him again. And we'll try to reach to under 100 HP, or right on 100. Just slam him to finish him off. This is basically a guaranteed way of getting a 1 cycle. You can do 4 slams, which is faster. However, you have to keep in mind that whenever you're doing 4 slams, if one of the slams are slower, it won't end up working unless you kind of react in time to just to do 3 slams only. But doing 3 slams here, it's just a guaranteed way of just hitting the 1 cycle. After that, throw another button. We won't be able to land on it the way this is set up. But grab it. Skip this cutscene. We'll go through this. And we'll swap to Luigi. Interact with Gooigi that has a button to get the button. And we'll be leaving. We'll go down with the left escalator because it's moving down this way. So we're back to the elevator. To start, we insert the 2F button.
Oh yeah.
So to this dialogue, smash through. So here, now we're going to 2F. Trigger this cutscene, skip it, break this plunger.
Hello.
And this will be like a scene right here. This is just not skippable. We'll be just waiting until we gain control. So we'll go all the way to the double doors here. Which is another thing here, you know, that we can't really do much besides just wait. So after this is finished, we'll be going against a very large gauntlet of ghosts. What I did here, I basically kind of did the bare minimum of just doing 1 by 1. But what I do here is I spawn Gooigi and grab the cheese so I don't have to grab it on accident. And keep in mind that you want to avoid tethering close to these tablecloths when vacuuming these guys, but you can easily group a couple of them like this. Fortunately, I got pretty lucky here. So what I did here is I left Luigi right next to the door. And whenever you have a ghost that's like below 20 HP, you just need to basically just drain them, finish them off, and after we kind of finish them off, we can swap to Luigi here and enter through the door right away, right here. And this is going to be an important part right here. So first of all, we're going to be vacuuming, kind of ain't up like this, and we want to be in control of Gooigi right here. So we're going to skip this cutscene, we're going to run, walk over here, and we'll stop Gooigi around here, swap to Luigi, walk towards this. We'll be running, because we're near a ghost. Grab this pumpkin, aim it at Chef. What I do is a cool tip right here is that if you hold ZR and you turn the right stick left and right, you can easily control the turning of where your pumpkin or throwable object is going to go at. So we want it to be kind of facing kind of like this. Obviously there's no reticle, but it's directly at him like this. But after we do that, After we throw this pumpkin right here, we'll grab this melon and we'll be facing this way. And once we kind of have a position like this, we'll go ahead and swap to Luigi, flash the guy, chef. Be sure to instantly pull back all the way, otherwise you'll get pretty much get pulled all the way with them right here, which you can tell. But from here, we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be sliming against this stove right here. Now we're gonna be slamming 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Okay, so this is a different way, but this is basically the beginner strat that I come up with on the fly. So instead of 3 right here, we're gonna be doing 2, 1 up, and a 1 down. The main reason why I want to slam the first one on the stove is that for every odd amount of slam onto the stove, it deals 40 HP. So it's basically 40, 20, 40, 20, 40. Every time you slam onto the stove. So first slam is on this, second slam does only 20. We're gonna be slamming up right here, and we're gonna be slamming down. When we slam him down, we'll swap to Luigi, and we're gonna prepare to throw this melon at him once he kind of jumps out, like this. Like this again. And this is the most important part. We're gonna be draining his HP below 160. As much as we can. And if you get it under 160, you can basically slam him all the way onto the stove and it will finish him off. Like that. Unfortunately, in this scenario, I got unlucky with maybe the distance or the no slam damage happening. There is an instance where on current patch, from 1.3 to current patch, so 1.3 and 1.4, sometimes slams don't deal damage because sometimes the slams are like too fast or something. Unfortunately, I did not get him, so what I do here as a backup, I grab a melon and just kind of prepare to throw at him like this. Which is alright. So after the fight, once Gooigi kind of does this animation, we'll swap Luigi and track this bun. But unfortunately, we cannot get this bun because a rat chase is going to happen. So now we have to leave this chef area. We want to do is kind of have Luigi face against the door like this. Let Gooigi do the work. Vacuum. Let go of that, be far away. When it's on the cheese, you can turn around and flash it and walk towards to the button to interact with it. Skip the cutscene. You're gonna have to wait a bit until his light kind of turns on, his flashlight. You'll notice right here, when his flashlight turns off, that means you can go ahead and swap. So from here, we go down the double doors. The rat is going to go into this room right here, so we gotta go down to the right door. The rat is gonna go to one of those 3 lockers. And we're gonna be moving up. Trigger this cutscene, skip that. We move down for a bit. We move down a step, and then hit A. Flash user. These oozers are very tough when it comes to tethering, so you really have to react very quickly. But once you do that, just slam towards this way, because the next oozer is going to hide in this corner right here. So you may notice the dust appeared. That's where the second oozer is hiding. So we're going to be doing a burst action to reveal him, and just flash and tether him. So after that, we're going to be spawning Gooigi and holding out the plunger so we don't do the celebration animation. And this next part is RNG. There's no guaranteed. You just basically play a game of just where the rat is. I'm always left gang. There's some middle gangers and right gangers. However, if you take too long or if you're too far away, you'll notice that one of the lockers will shake eventually after a short period. Right here, the left one, the left cabinet. And when we slam this, when you see that Gooigi is slamming this, we want to swap back to Luigi because it'll give us free spook speed. And when you have free spook speed, when you go through a door, it will instantly go through the door quickly like this, and you can keep the momentum afterwards. So now we'll be heading up here to the right of this hall, and we go into this left door, or right door, sorry. Here, we'll go walk towards closer to this vent to plunger it, spawn Gooigi, and break this. Stop right here for a bit. Like this, we'll go towards this middle one, we'll plunger this. And here, what you want to do is basically just kind of move left a bit and hit A. And you'll be able to flash this guy, and we want to grab this button as Gooigi, so we can give it to Luigi like this, like we did in 3F. And now we can leave, pretty much. And now we got 4F.
Oh yeah.
Once again, we'll have EGAD having us go back to the lab, so we gotta go back to B1. So we go back to B1. He's just gonna tell us that the lab is open. Just buy the bone. You get this bone for free, basically. It's only use case in the run is a safety net if you ever just die in a certain part of the run, but usually it's used at the end of the run. But yeah. You also give us the ability to search booze, but in this run we don't need anything to collect. We just gotta go to point A to point B, which is literally just reaching to the end of the game. Which is King Boo, so I'd rather just go through floors to find buttons. And when we get out of here, he'll actually call us again here
Hello.
about the booze. We'll just skip this. And we'll go to 4F now. And when we go out here, he's gonna call us again.
Hello.
And this is just mainly about the going to the lab through the pause menu now, which will be very useful in the much later part of the game.
Ducky, bye bye.
And so we'll just go further here. We're gonna triangle the symbol. Run through. We press this. Burst this. Walk up here. If you're not too comfortable with that, you can burst again to avoid it. And we're now going to go up here to the boss arena. So after that's finished, we'll just skip this cutscene, and this will be a 3-phase fight. This first phase is pretty much just straightforward, you just dodge chairs. But on this last set of chairs right here, where there's a setup that we want to do for popping down Gooigi for this fight right here, this battle arena fight. So after we skip this cutscene, we want to be in control of Luigi, kind of standing right around here, so this kind of like square right here. And after skipping this cutscene, and when this guy is kind of right here, we burst and kind of face him to flash him against the stage, vacuum, tether, slam him all the way to this cube right here, and we'll be just tearing this cube down. From here, we'll go hug against this stage until this guy's low enough to be bursted, just right around here, and then these two should be able to be bursted in time as soon as they're both low enough. From here, we'll be flashing these two, dragging them far away. In order to do this is basically just immediately start vacuuming, and then when to tether, you just go closer, immediately pull back. I think gotta get pulled forward to there right there, but right here I just did a re-grab to finish them all together. So now basically we're in the actual fight, and for most of the fight we'll be standing in this corner whenever he's jumping, like this. Right here is about to do the big jump right here. Burst. Flash. And cool tip to know is that whenever you see like mists right here, like kind of particles right here, this is where you can start flashing him. And we'll be having Luigi. So right here, if you're kind of like in this like circle ring, is like light, and aim up, you're able to get these bombs like this. And be sure that you don't throw it instantly until these like bombs are out of the way. Like this. You can throw with ZL while holding ZR. So after that, under this, slam it. From here, we're gonna move down right. And fortunately, there's no manipulation that we didn't get right there, so we'll just flash him since he's just attacking. And ideally, you want to have his health be like below 410. So it's a good amount. And here we stand in the corner. We're gonna blow. We'll push these piano keys. And this part right here is RNG. So sometimes he'll jump 2 or 3 times. And the best case scenario is 2 times. And right here, I actually spawned Gooigi for a reason. To showcase that you can avoid the shockwave effect from happening when Gooigi's under him like this. Despawn Gooigi. I spawn him right here to do a manipulation. Amadeus, and like I said before, we'll be doing the same position in bombs. So when we we head down right here. We can swap to Gooigi and flash this guy. This. Slam him. Here. He does this 3 times, so we just blow. He will do 5 jumps right here. Sometimes it's 6, which is the slowest. 5 is the fastest. Just skip through this. Have Gooigi under to avoid the shockwave. Time the flash there. Now we'll be going to the middle right here. This like yellow line, kind of close to the yellow line. Stop the Gooigi. We'll flash the Amadeus. When it's under 100 right here, we'll start slamming. We'll be swapping to Luigi. If you don't do that, that's alright. On the last slime right there. But yeah, when he's like right here, he can grab the key and avoid the celebration animation right here. The cutscene. So after that, we'll go ahead and rescue Toad. And after rescue Toad, let's get the dialogue that you got going like this. And we can just easily dodge this by just waiting until it's at the right time. What you can do, instead of hitting X on this button right here, you can hit X right here to trigger this cutscene. Skip that cutscene. Another call, just skip it.
Yellow. Goodbye.
Now we hit X on the button. And we insert the 6th floor. Right here. So yeah, now we enter the fun part of the run. So first we'll have Gooigi go through this to open this for Luigi. And once we go through this, here is the fun part. And if you haven't seen the C tutorial or the pushing tutorial, be sure that you get this part, because this is basically where it starts, where we start doing some of the skips. So right here, we'll be basically kind of standing in this position. On Gooigi, move up right and then hit A as you're doing that, so you can easily flash and push him. Once done successfully, let's despawn Gooigi and start moving all the way around until you reach to the, I guess, door. When you hit there, we'll turn around and do blow. Or vacuum, but I'd like to do blow here. ZL, spawn Gooigi, do the turnaround again, but with plunger this time, and then hit A. And if you do it successfully, which I did in this run, I should be able to swap to Luigi and trigger the fight. And yeah. So there are 2 spots that McFrights can stop at. You can stop over to the top right or the top left, which is the slowest. This is the fastest. And we got the fastest one. So here we can kind of stand here and hold a charge, a strobo charge. And we can flash him when he's kind of close right here. And what we do is tether this after plunging him. We want to slam diagonally down left, so the manipulations of him stopping is consistent. So you can only do 3 slams, which is going to be 3 cycles, so 9 slams total. Little fun fact is that whenever he runs to the corner right here, you can flash him to avoid having to spew out those arrows that open from these little like doors right here. So if he ever stops from this side the first time, he's going to stop right around here. Instead, if he stops the first time on this side, he will stop on this side for the second time. So in this case, he's going to be stopping right here. So like before, we do it again. Flash, charges at us, slam in the same direction right here. Now, if you're just wondering for the slam direction on the left for the first time, you just basically slam diagonally down right, and it will force him to stop. His second stop over here. So this is the second cycle done for phase one. Like I said before, you flash here to avoid having the arrows. And he's gonna stop the same spot as well. And we're gonna be kind of like right around here. I could have been a little bit more up here, but this is okay. But this is the final 3 slams that we can do. Now we gotta do is so what I have here is I have Gooigi vacuuming. What this does is helps drain his HP because we're be doing a tug of war with McFrights to one cycle. So whenever he's aggro like this, when he's about to swing right here, like this, you can hit ZL to push him until he gets tired. That way, when he's flashable, I can go ahead and start tethering him. Now, keep in mind this can be a little bit dangerous because sometimes he'll like get kind of tethered to Gooigi if he's too far close to Luigi when tethering McFrights. But it is possible to do this with just Luigi alone, but it's a little tough, and you kind of have to like lock in when doing this. So try to do your best to get to at least like 100 or under 100, at best under 100. But once you get under 100 here, you'll be able to finish off right in one cycle. So yeah, we'll do a celebration animation right here. Grab the key, not key, but button. Skip it. And we'll run back to our elevator. Let's pull this, go out, and
Yeah.
get the 7F. Despawn Gooigi if you have him already out. Don't have to worry about it. So from here, we're gonna walk all the way around here to enter through double doors. Here, skip this cutscene. We'll interact with this button. Skip the cutscene. It grows into a tree. We have to get all the way on top of this tree. Get to the button. So, up these stairs, we trigger this scene here. Run around. You can aim up a bit right here, so it can kind of gets closer to here. And fun fact is that you can, if you just hold right, it will force him to move right all the way like this, and you can just let go. Is that how? Here, we'll pull this, break it. We'll enter this room, and we'll go ahead and burst this off. We can burst these leaves off. We'll track this door, and this could be another ghost fight. We're gonna spawn Luigi. We'll be flashing this bulb on this cube and be vacuuming. And once we see that the cube doesn't have the bulb on his hands, we can basically flash him. Go ahead and kill him. And then we're gonna flash this guy. And we're gonna slam onto this guy. And we're gonna do like a re-grab right here. So we're gonna do a grab before that guy can attack us here. And we'll do another re-grab. 3. Swap back to Luigi so we can leave. Here, we're gonna go here to burst these leaves, blocking this exit. Walk up these stairs. Cutscene right here. Here, you just basically kind of just passively walk. I would recommend kind of stopping a little bit earlier, like right around here, and then kind of moving like here. But if you don't do a quick turn, just kind of run. You should be able to walk through that in time. So here, we'll enter this room here. We'll have Luigi face against this with the X prompt available. And we'll have Gooigi do this part. So plunger this face thingy, pull it close enough to where it seems like I'm able to slam this toilet, which will let us tether this vine. When we break this vine, swap to Luigi, hit X on the exit here. There's a cutscene right there you have to skip. And when Luigi is celebrating like this, we can go ahead and... Well, I should have pointed out, but for Luigi celebrates, you have to like swap to Gooigi. But since I messed up here, I will be just tethering him with Luigi instead. Be sure that if you are tethering with Luigi, is that you stay away from hitting those things, otherwise you're going to lose tether. And the slinker. So here we'll swap back to Gooigi, sorry. Burst again, flash, tether this way. We'll just do a re-grab. And kind of drain his HP. But I guess what I did here is I did a double tether, so you can double team the hammers and the slinkers. The most use cases in the run is just with the hammers. That's what I did here, and if you ever double team like this, it does 40 HP per slam. So from here, so when it comes to these things, you can actually not leave. With the gates being kind of in the way. So you have to hold out the plunger here to skip the celebration animation instead. So here, we'll walk down here because of the spiky vines are out of the way. Triggered another set of pineapples. This time there's 2 of them, but they're not that bad. Just kind of hug against this slowly, and you can just walk past them like this. When you break this, we want to head to over here to trigger this. And then go ahead and kind of go to the door right here. And just wait this part out to finish. Enter the room. Here, we're going to go ahead and flash this sawmill, grab it, rake these roots on the door, let go of the sawmill on your left right here, interact with the door. You can go ahead and spawn Luigi to grab the sawmill and rake the tree roots. Let's with grabbing Luigi, and you can swap back to Luigi to leave this room. From here is gonna be a giant melon that we gotta slam, so we gotta get Luigi and Gooigi to do this, so 2 plungers. So both filled up. We can slam it. I went back like this, so I can flash them all if you get them all like this. And you may notice that also another thing to keep in mind is that you may want to be sure that you slam 5 times here, because in this scenario I have to do 5 slams. So after that's done, I hold up the plunger, let go of it. From here, I spawn Gooigi here, I can go ahead and push this and bind. He'll get popped because he's off screen. I'll just despawn him and push the second curly bind. And we'll walk up to another swinging vine. And we'll go up here. Trigger a cutscene, skip that. Enter a mushroom room. Pull this cart so it's close enough for him to push this. When you're on this mushroom, burst, and as you're bursting, hold the right direction so that you get pushed to the right here. I luckily got landed and was able to move, but you'll basically do a falling animation right here most of the time. So here we'll walk to here, we'll be moving down anyways. And then we're gonna be going to get this thing pulled off. Here we won't be doing the skip because this does risk a soft lock happening, which is why I'm mostly avoiding for this beginner tutorial. So instead we're gonna be doing this whole section. You're only losing 15 seconds, which is not a whole lot compared to some of the other skips. So here, I recommend not aiming up here because sometimes with a crow that it hits you if you aim up with this swinging vine. Blow this here. After we swing this, we'll blow that out. Tether that fully all the way. Go all the way around. Right there. Pull it out. We can break both sides. And now we can go down. Hit X here. Here is Dr. Potter. So after skipping that cutscene, we're gonna head to our left. So he does that swing, but if you don't get hit right there, he'll go ahead and do this attack. And if you're right behind these plants, he'll be stuck trying to get out of those plants. And we're gonna get the sawmill. The sawmill is already active, so you don't have to worry about flashing it. And we'll keep breaking it. And when it's free right like this, we're gonna go ahead and tether. So this is gonna be a 1 cycle right here. So we're gonna be draining as much health as possible before he breaks free. So here, when he flops Luigi down like this, be sure to keep holding ZR, mash A, and kind of hold direction, like hold down in this case, for him to force him to stay. If you do this correctly, he can stay here, and if you need to, you can flash him again if he's further away here, but in this case, I'm close to him, so I can just tether him again. And I can go ahead and drain his HP again, like this. And when it's under 1 HP, 100 HP, I can go ahead and slam 5 times. And that is Potter 1 cycle. And when that thing pops out, that watering can, I can go ahead and spawn Gooigi to grab it and walk to this area here, because this is where you don't want to hit X right away, otherwise you're not watering anything. You have to wait for this plant to grow all the way out like this until it's like kind of in this state right here. And now it'll go ahead and grow. And we'll swap Luigi. Get this button. So there, we climb down and go back to the elevator. So we go to Ada.
Oh yeah.
Here. I'm gonna head all the way around here. Flash this TV. Interact with it. Skip the cutscene here. Plunger this last cage.
Oh yeah.
So we can get the key here. This way. We want to go through the TV. And unlock the double doors here. Get that. We're gonna go and talk to Morty here. We'll skip this dialogue. We don't need to talk to him. So our first objective to do is we're gonna head to the left, down left right here. So Studio, I should say Studio 4. Have Gooigi get down here and flash this TV. When we flash this TV, we can leave and we're going to the Studio 3. So up here. And we want to be outside of this box right here so the camera kind of goes out. So this is visible. Spawn Gooigi. Luigi. That's flashed. We'll be walking behind this. And here is the fun part right here. So we're going to first flash this. And we're going to be spawning Gooigi. We're going to be purposely leaving Luigi here because this will help the camera be way further out. And this is a skip that we'll be doing here. So after plunging that, and we go inside the castle. This is gonna be hard to tell, but I'm gonna explain the best I can. So you see how there's Gooigi's shadow. We're gonna pay attention to that, and what we want to do is have him kind of be in this like window, kind of on top. And notice on the mini map right here, he's like facing to the right. We want him to be facing there, but also kind of position, kind of align with the window right here. And we want to do a plunger suck. What that means is basically hitting Y, but also holding ZR as you're doing it. And if this doesn't work, all you have to do is basically move up a bit. You can sidestep you can hold B and move up a bit, so his facing angle is still the same. And once this happens, the torch is going to fall down. And once that happens, we kind of wait a tiny bit before aiming up with the right stick. And what we're gonna do is basically do like a left stick mash, but it's like light movement. So like we're gonna kind of tiptoe backwards. So you may notice that he's kind of like doing something like this. Now, if this doesn't work, You may notice the torch is kind of stuck in this diagonal direction, which isn't ideal. So what we have to do is move forwards, which is moving right, instead of left, which is going back. And if the torch is kind of facing like this is basically where we want the torch to be facing before we kind of start moving back. Now, if this is in the spot that where the failsafe is, we can do a backup right here. So there's like a arch, so door arch right here. I don't know how to say best explain this, but when we're between the door right here and like these like stone outlines, we want to face up, and what we got to do is basically move up and down as we're aimed up blowing. And you may notice it just worked right there. And as long as it's basically kind of like left of this window right here, it should be able to warp out to where who's being controlled. And whenever the failsafe happens, it will teleport to who's in control. So this is going to be Gooigi in this case. And if you don't ever get this part, um, the best second option is to push it out in this open gap from the inside of the castle by blowing it out. So if this doesn't somehow pan out to go this way, you can always just kind of drop it until like it kind of lands over here or just off down to here. But yeah, once we get the torch, we can go ahead and just
Okay, okay.
throw it towards Luigi. And we basically skip having to do the whole like puzzle of doing the whole watering the bucket and doing the castle fight and growing the leaf ladder. So now we can go ahead and go to the next area, which is going to be this blue outline here, the fire set. So once you enter the fire set, we're gonna go ahead and spawn Gooigi here, or we'll let go of this first. Spawn Gooigi so we can grab it, and once he's grabbed onto it, we can go ahead and interact with this movie thing and swap back to Gooigi, and he'll teleport inside the area with the object in his hand, which is the torch, which is what we want. So here's the long cutscene. So here, the stove broke open, so there's fire, but we first gotta get through these guys first. So what we're gonna do is gonna go kind of left, right, sorry, right here to drop it, and we're gonna go up and kind of like try to get both of these guys. If we don't, just move up a bit, flash this guy, and do some slamming. So we'll do two slams here on this guy, then one slam. This way, when we finish the charge meter here, we'll be able to finish this guy off with this guy. Then we're gonna head down. Try to grab the torch. If we can't, that's okay. We'll have to deal with this hammer. Launch the hammer. Grab him. 1, 2, 3. Let go. Retether him under 1 HP. And I unfortunately got no slam damage right there. Not entirely my fault. So that can happen. Unless you're running on Legacy. So after that hammer is killed, you can go ahead and grab the torch and set on fire. And we can go ahead and exit out of the movie set. And leave with the torch. And now we gotta go to this TV. This box set. And like I said, we did this before with the last room where you go and grab the torch. Luigi. Skip this dialogue. Swap to Gooigi. Drop it on the left right there. plunger this. You may notice that it may drop the charge, which is totally fine. So as long as you keep holding ZR here, it'll be still latch onto the plunger. So after pulling that down, uh, this can hit the torch right here, so which will burn. And from here, we'll aim up like this, so we can burn the web that's carrying the megaphone. We'll head down here, move down a bit, and aim up the crap megaphone. Be sure that we are out of the box, so we can X out of it. And we go ahead and drop it for Luigi to grab. And now we can finally give it to Morty, which will let him do his movie. So after giving that, we skip this. And now we're on to a boss fight, Kaiju. So right here, after skipping this cutscene, we're gonna run through here and flash him from this distance. And once he starts doing the blue flame, we're gonna be doing blow. And we're gonna be pushing with Luigi and Gooigi. Usually it's intended to do with only Luigi with the first one right here, but having Gooigi just makes this go faster. So after that, we're gonna go close to him, and when his head is down, we flash him, and we gotta make sure that we're far away distance so that he does his next attack, which is the small fireballs. And when we do the flash here with the burst, he'll accelerate his big fireball attack, which is going to be requiring two characters to do this. I do have a tutorial on this, by the way, for anyone who's curious. There is a 2-cycle, but in this run, I didn't do it. I did the standard 3-cycle here. So after he gets hit there, like I said before, heads down, flash him, be far away. Main reason why you want to be farther away is that he does a gust attack if you're too close to him. So right here, flash burst, move away, get close, flash burst. You want to burst when the fireball is kind of close to Luigi right here. Move away. And from here, he'll start doing the third phase fireball. And again, Luigi off blow. Skip this dialogue. Here, you don't necessarily need to mash too hard on A, you just gotta hit A. Just spam A. Really what I did here is I basically despawned Gooigi while this is happening. And spawn him in. I didn't move just so, like, I hit A right here so I can flash him early. Because while Luigi's kind of like doing this, he can't really do anything until I guess a few seconds later. So we'll let Gooigi do this job. Skip this. And we can go ahead and leave. Here, you can hit X right here when you enter the elevator. As you're about to enter the loading zone of the elevator. Early, because this is the point where we first meet Polterkitty.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Right here.
Oh no.
So yeah, we gotta go back into to the floor to chase after Polterkitty because he stole our button. So we gotta go to Studio 3 for a ghost fight. Flash this goob, we'll flash the rope slam against these guys, and then we'll just flash these guys. You can break that with the vacuum. We're gonna stop here until we get this firefighter goob. Burst him, flash him. Slam 1, 2, let go. Flash again. Grab. This may not be the same result as the others, so keep in mind. But after slamming, after finishing these guys, spawn Gooigi, and then pull out the plunger, and we're gonna go to this building right here. After letting go of the plunger, swap to Gooigi when you trigger this door. Get ready to flash towards this bench. When you see PK, let go of the strobe hold, go away. And after doing that, swap to Luigi. When you scare right there, go through the door. Now there is a trick where you can kind of have her jump, kind of like right. She'll stop right here and then jump to him like this. But usually in this case, we'll be kind of facing away. And best way to do this is that we want to have Luigi do the job here. She's not afraid of Luigi at all. So when she's about to do this attack right here, at this point you can flash her. And she has 80 health, so you only have to do 4 slams. 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th slam I swap so I can move to the door right here. From here, get scared, climb the ladder of this thing, drop Gooigi, drop Luigi down here, and make him turn this, vacuum, hold the strobo, you might need to go down, you might need to face down right here if you missed this, but I was able to hear her here. So here we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing a spook speed. We're gonna wait until the camera goes like in fully like this. Burst this, swap to Luigi, and he'll get scared out of the sadness animation. From here, we'll leave double doors, and we're gonna be facing against a haunted trash can. Right here. We'll be walking towards it. When it triggers, we're gonna try to plunger it. Pull it back. Dark light it. The orbs, and then pull the plunger. Just leave out through this hallway. It's faster to leave out through this hallway rather than going through the TV. That applies to going back after defeating Kaiju. So yeah. So here, we're gonna go ahead and try and click this elevator. Go down, flash these two. So they're away from the elevator. If you try to attack these guys from too close, you won't be able to grab them. Otherwise, they're just gonna be stuck for a while. Here. So what I did here instead, since it closed on me, I could just interact with the elevator and just hold the plunger as soon as possible, and then go ahead and let go. So here, she went down a floor, so that means we have to go to the 7th floor. And you get scared when you walk through here. If you get hit by these guys, just burst, and you'll be okay. these double doors. So we have to go all the way up here. So you'll trigger this thing. You won't have to do this at all, so you just avoid these guys, but you are going to use them as for spook speed. So we're going to run up, and when we kind of run up halfway, you can drop Gooigi down around here, and this will help Luigi just continue running at spook speed. So we'll drag here, and we're going to be going to the first room right here. This is where PK is. So from here, we want to spawn Gooigi out early. Burst this, hit X, and swap to Gooigi. Get ready to flash when she's out. When she's out, like right around here, you can flash her. From here, we can go ahead and swap back to him. And here are some of the manipulations that you can do. So if you see here that she's over here, you want to go over. You want to go over to the right here, facing where Luigi is. If she's like a bit more down here, you want to face against the wall right here, diagonally. If she's over in the right, you just got to stand right around here, facing directly left. In this scenario, I just stand right here, like I said, and as long as I just are in control of Gooigi here, she won't be afraid to jump back up, jump back up. Just be sure to flash her at the right time, which is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and don't. So this part, do not swap whatsoever until she's basically in her tiny form, which is right here. You can go through the door, and this will transfer the sad animation to the next room right here. From here, we're gonna burst these, like around here, we're gonna burst these blossom. This is where she's hiding right here. She's hiding over there. Once you reveal her, you can go now and exit this room. And go up. So go down. You're gonna get hit by these spiders at random times. Sometimes you just miss them in some runs, but you won't have to worry about killing them or anything. They're just pests. So we go up here and we go into this room. You may remember the room where we basically destroyed the tree root, the sawmill. So before you go to this door, there's a trapper we have to kill. So right here, we hit him, and tether the first tongue to Luigi, the second tongue with Gooigi. Pull it all the way, slam, swap to Luigi, and hold out the plunger because this acts like it's a fight. And we can go through the door. From here, we're gonna go ahead and do is blow on the bathtub, turn it on. As he's doing that, we'll have Gooigi do this. Once this is done turning, we're gonna go ahead and go here and do this now with Luigi. And make sure both of these are charged. And now we go ahead and slam this. And when she's jumped right there, like this, you can go ahead and flash her. Now here's the 2 easy ways to spot or how to do this. So here, if she jumps over here, you want to stand right in front of the sink right here, facing at it. Or if she jumps on the right here, you want to be facing down left and be standing right around here. So in this case, I stand right here like this, and she'll go ahead and attack. You don't need to swap because this will be the final time. for now. Now she'll speed up the button. So after that, we hold out the plunger and we try to go for the button. We kind of want to push it out so Luigi can have some space to move around right here. So instead of going down here around, like down, we're actually go this way because there's a skip that we can do. So what we're gonna do is basically do blow. What I could do is aim up here, base case scenario, but in this corner, when we go in this corner, um, we can push them with the plunger. And when we get through, you want to hold B. Main reason why you want to hold B is that you don't get the you won't get the chance of you won't have to deal with the chance of dropping one layer lower instead of all the way down. So holding B and then moving all the way left right here will guarantee that the momentum will, as you can see, make him go all the way down and we can just despawn Gooigi. So the camera fixes itself. And just like that, that is basically the Polterkitty segment of the run. The first one. So yeah. Now we can go to 9F. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and go to the left side. Pull it around. And we're gonna be pulling both of these ropes. All of them fully charged. From here, dark light. From here, we can swap to Gooigi. We're gonna plan him over here. If you ever sometimes see a random instance of the egg not dropping on this side, just try your best to go over here because sometimes that can happen. But instead of having to grab two eggs, you could just have Gooigi as bait right here. So we'll grab this egg, Luigi here, and when he's facing up right here, we can go ahead and throw this egg at him. This control state. So skip this cutscene right here. Right here, we stop for like a second, spawn Luigi. What I do here is I move up against this like fence here until like for about like a second or two, and then go ahead and grab his egg. And once he grabs Luigi here, and this is vulnerable, I can go ahead and throw that, skip this, and now this is the third phase of the dino. So here is the most important part. You want to immediately start moving all the way down here. This way this part breaks. Spawn Luigi here and kind of move back. If you get a bone, that's pretty good. Sometimes the luck of this is not great. You might have to move all the way back here to grab a bone. But in this case, it's pretty good. So here, after Luigi gets hit by this like screaming attack, you can go ahead and instantly throw the bone at him like this. So as he's distracted with Luigi right there, I left him right there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this bone. And as he's about to stop on me, I'm gonna despawn him so he doesn't have to hit me. And when his head is kind of turned to the left right there after it's being on the right, I can go ahead and throw the bone here and it will get hit. From this point, I can take advantage of having these two bones right here, this close. Which I think is the last one. So having Gooigi here is very good for this attack. So once his head is gotta go up right here, I can go ahead and throw the bone. So this is the final part, final hit. So if he's about to stop me here, then I might not be able to make it at a time. So I move out. And his head should be around here, which is where I can throw the bone like this. And if he's about to attack here, I flash. And if he does this attack right here, this is basically what we want. Sometimes it takes two here, but this is pretty lucky. So here I got a burst as soon as he slams that big bone down. So from here we're gonna be draining his HP all the way under 300 and start slamming. Flash him so we can try to do this again, which he did. Burst to dodge that shockwave effect, and we do the same thing again as before. We'll be two cycling him. And Rise is under 1 HP. Try to slam towards in this direction. That's like top right here, middle. So yeah, painting's gonna drop over here. If you're low on hearts, the boss will give you like 4 sets of hearts right here, or fewer depending on how much health you have. So you can go ahead and grab this if needed. So here you can dark blade this. Skip that cutscene. Skip this dialogue. And now we gotta go back to the elevator. So for this elevator right here, this won't work with the blue toad here. So we have to interact with the actual button call here to trigger this cutscene. So from here, virtual boo, hit A and skip this. And now we can go ahead and leave.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And we get to B2. Once we get to B2, we're gonna go ahead and down here is a cutscene here. We're gonna meet Clem. We're gonna pull this cloth off so Luigi can get through and grab the key there. And as Luigi's going through the pipe, I can actually off-screen warp to or swap to Luigi, sorry, and move him kind of closer to like the door over here, as you notice. So I grab the key and I can drop it down. And you can open the door as Gooigi, by the way. So you won't have to worry about transferring the key to him. So after we skip that, going through the door, we're gonna turn this valve by vacuuming, set R-ing, and then we're gonna go close to this guy, kind of around this line right here, burst, and then walk towards kind of this like middle part between these gray like white colors. So we get a triple here. If you don't end up doing that, that's okay. You can just do a regrab. Or if not, just do a single header after finishing the first two. So right here, I only did one group. If you end up getting all of them together, you want to do a plunger and wait until the lights go out. So as Luigi's going through the pipe right here, I just swap to Luigi and just flash the rest of these guys. And as this is going on with this thing, I will turn to the valve right in front of, or I guess I should say right behind Luigi. So up in this case, and turn it.
Oh, yeah.
But if you can't do that, you can just wait until the camera kind of fixes itself once he's down below here. So turn this, stop him right here, under this fourth thing, and we blow these two, and go and blow this, and then we'll leave Luigi against this door. We wait until this is completely gone, and then we're gonna go ahead and flash this thing. And I recommend going like towards it a bit, so that way it triggers. There's a rare instance where like if you're too far away and you trigger it, it may not trigger it at all. Which is why ultimately you just walk into it further after flashing to be sure it triggers. So after that's triggers, what you can do is basically forcefully touch the water with Luigi. We'll just let you swap like this.
Oh, yes. Oh.
So from here, we'll go ahead and drop Luigi here. Spawn Luigi. Blow this once. And once that turns on, this like light, I can let go. Luigi. And cool thing I did here is I did a spook speed activation, where I blow on this sign, and this will give Luigi spook speed. Don't worry about waiting for 2 seconds. Start sprinting. So from here, we're going to be go ahead and doing a vacuum to trigger this cutscene. Skip that. And we'll have two dialogues here that we skip here, one here, one here. And then we'll go ahead and go to our right, this door, leave from here. From here, we're gonna go ahead and drop Gooigi, and we're gonna make him go to this pipe right here. And once he goes through this pipe, we're gonna go and swap back to Luigi and go down. And we're gonna enter this ducky. And when you enter this ducky, fun fact by the way, is that if you face away and start blowing, it is much faster to do it than sucking on the direction you want to go. So this is the faster way of doing this. Swap to Luigi. I need to turn this valve so I can turn off the water right here for Luigi to pass through. From here, you should stop him from vacuuming. If you're still tethered onto the pulley thingy, just let go of it. Enter through these pipes. You'll have enough time to make it through before Luigi hits these spikes, so... Just go through these. Now, if you're too worried about this, just as a great example right here, I just blow here a tiny bit, let go, and then just pull it. And right here, I do not recommend doing the blowing technique to move faster here, because if you do that, you may accidentally pop Gooigi right over here. So you just want to vacuum in this case, and then let go. And then go ahead and let go of that thing. Luigi, go through this pipe. And once he goes through, we're gonna go ahead and grab this thingy. And once this is fully open, go through this. Here, let go of that. And if you can make the cycle here, you can go ahead and walk through this. Here, we're going to be doing something. We're going to be escaping these sharks, but I have to trigger these. And this is also even doable with no major skips. This is allowed. So if you barely pull it enough to the point that there's enough space for Luigi to slide through, then you're able to skip having to encounter those shark goobs. So like around this much, I just vacuum here just to play it safe. So right here, like I said, you're able to make it through. We just pull it just enough to the point that he's able to make it through. So yeah, now we can exit here. I would despawn Gooigi here, so I can have him plant down right here, because we're going to be manipulating a slinker to be targeting Gooigi. So first we're going to be turning this valve to the right, which is going to be ZR. And then here this is going to be ZL, turning this valve to the left. This way we can go ahead and move Luigi to here to turn this valve, and then we turn all these two valve, this valve. So all these valves will go here so we can let them drain the water. So once we have this set to left right here, the second valve. We're gonna go ahead and flash the sinker here, and we're gonna go ahead and feather him. And once he's below 100 HP, I tried to hit this guy here, right here. If you can hit him, that's good. And you want to hit like right around here, which you'll notice a particle here. From here, I just despawn Gooigi and walk towards this guy. Sometimes you may have two of them right there. And if that happens, just be wary of celebration animation canceling. But if not, you actually want to leave this guy. So I flash this guy, spawn Luigi, let him go through, swap back to him, flash this guy, go to the valve so I can turn it. Flash this guy again, turn this, swap, be sure I'm not vacuuming, despawn Gooigi, this guy. And when I do this, I can go ahead and kill this guy. Swap to Gooigi. I don't have to worry about the canceling the celebration animation. Pull that. Let's get this cutscene. Here, we'll go ahead and trigger. We go down and trigger a gold ghost for spook speed by bursting this knight, this resting knight. We're gonna go down to the right here and fall down. This ladder. Run. We're gonna be run against this shark goob and burst, so he can give us spook speed. So walk down the sewers. Sometimes there's gonna be a bomb here if you're doing the sewer skip. But since we're doing the thing intended, you won't have to worry about the bombs here. So, going up here. Since we have this goob near us, we're gonna have spook speed, so we can enter this door and then this door. And here's a cool trick right here. Hit X right here, move back a bit, and then start moving forward diagonally, up left. And if you do it correctly, you can fall in this water and just warp to here. And go in with the boss fight. Here, X. So from here, we'll skip this cutscene. And what we gotta do is we're gonna be holding left and then mash A. First action, and we're gonna be doing a vacuum, tiny vacuum, stop for the flash. Flash again, vacuum, flash. And then after once he gets hit, we're gonna go ahead and vacuum to the ladder until we see the X prompt. Now here's the important part. You see there's like bombs right here. You want to trigger these bombs by going near them. So that way they're not in the way when doing the one cycle. I did, however, fail the one cycle in this run. But here we do a flash. So here's the important part. What I did is I do a flash, so I go around, I face him, flash, burst, spawn Gooigi, and then grab him. And I try to drain his HP to like... So the threshold for this is basically between 275 to 285. This is just basically kind of like the ideal number. It can be a little bit lower or a little higher, but just not too high or too lower for it not to work. But when we slam at this range, as soon as he's out of the vacuum completely, I should be able to flash him like this. Like that. And then go in and grab him. Yeah, so you see why I failed this, because I got stuck right there. You gotta be mindful of that. Don't try to get like lose. Don't try to lose a tug of war with this guy because this can happen, unfortunately. But in this point, I should have finished him off. What I recommend doing is leaving Gooigi on top of this. This way you can react. So I just blow back. So what I do here is I kind of like blow back a bit, or resistance until he does this. Vacuum this. What I actually do here, I purposely despawn Luigi here and just kind of get popped, so I can make him just finish him off like this. This is just way faster than rather just having him walk all the way around here. So yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, okay.
So yeah, we go ahead and plunger this to turn off the water, climb down the ladder to get the button. You can go down here. And then we'll leave the elevator. So we go to 10F. So for 10F, we're gonna go ahead and just walk through this trap right here. You don't have to worry about it. You do get scared by the start right here. So first part is that you want to get rid of the sand so you can open the door right here. Stop here for a second, and then here you're going to hit X on this left statue to activate the entrance, the pyramid. From here, you're going to wait until this triggers the scare, and then you hit the tomb. Next prompt. Skip the cutscene. Skip this virtual loop. Call. You can spawn Gooigi while he's like fighting his virtual blue away right here. To vacuum this. So hit X on the statue. This will let sand drop. And fortunately, I got hit. If you ever get hit by these guys and they're like stuck to you, just make sure to burst. And if you're like about to do it again, just flash them. Sometimes this can happen right here, where like just not enough sand. It's being piled up. So here I trigger this, but also spawn Luigi, so I can go ahead and do this. Pull this with Luigi, so this blocks the arrows. Climb the ladder here. I'll walk kind of close to here until this breaks. This is where you flash. Walk the tomb. You go the other side. We'll show the door that he exit. Let's get this call. Dialogue. From here, I spawn Gooigi near this tomb, and then I have Plunger here. This is important. So, trigger this. Battle here, this will break this tomb. Here, we're going to be doing the Plunger thing first. So when we break that, we're going to swap to Gooigi, burst the guy, swap back to this, Plunger that, and then swap back to Gooigi, burst the guy again, swap to Luigi, break that. We're going to be doing that again. This may be hard to keep up. You can do one thing at a time, but the main reason why we want this is for spook speed. Because it is a gem goob right here that we can get. We're not going to get him. We're going to leave him for speed. So once we kill that guy, we can go ahead and leave with spook speed. And we're going to drop Luigi here. Right around here. We're going to blow some sand so we can make him walk up here. Once successfully triggering this will trigger the first puzzle that we have to get through. Now, if if there's a sneak about attack Luigi, you can go ahead and flash him real quick or burst them off if needed. So the best way to do this is that you want to hug against the thingy that you're trying to burst. You don't necessarily need to pile sand to get to them. You just gotta get close enough to the point that you're in burst range. So right here, I'm in burst range of this guy. So for the second thing, the middle thing, I go kind of near here, like this, on top of it, on the right side here, and from here I go right next to this third one, like this first. And sometimes the slinker can spawn right in front of this over here or right over here. But he's too far away right here, I can just go ahead and just kind of react with the dark light when I see his Now, this might be too risky. If he's in the wall, you might need to do a plunger shot to be able to grab him. Otherwise, you'll have to just burst him to just. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get the slinker right here. And once we finish him off, we'll go ahead and swap to Luigi. So we can go ahead and turn this statue on. And this is one out of the 3 puzzles that we have completed, and there's 2 more that we have to go through. So, run through these guys. You may get hit by one of these guys, so be sure to avoid them as much as possible. So from here, we'll leave here. And since we have the goat, not the goat ghost, gem cube active, we can go already. We already have the spook speed right away. So go ahead and run. What I'm going to be doing here is purposely hitting a trap, a ball trap. This is very useful for the mummy fight. Right after we complete the second puzzle room. And with the spook speed, we can go through the door right here, luckily. So here, I go ahead and vacuum this puzzle piece. Fun fact, you don't need to aim up on this thing. You can just hit it dead on the middle. And we'll still throw at it. So from here, we'll go ahead and walk into this and spawn Gooigi. And this is basically the order that you have to do this, because this is like the fastest way of doing the order here. So what I have to do here is basically have Gooigi vacuuming this bottom right corner to get this sphere shape. And once we throw that in, we will vacuum this to get a chest, so we open it. Go to this cube over to this one. We're gonna go vacuum this middle part to get this face interactable. When we do that, we're gonna swap to Luigi to vacuum this tomb here. Grab the spear and then swap to Gooigi to get this triangle shape. Throw it that way, and then we get this square right here. Throw it over here. Be sure that you see the reticle hit onto there. So now we go to here for the triangle shape. This will hit. And when we turn back to Luigi, reticle should hit here. We move this way. And that's basically the puzzle room. Smart Luigi interact with it. Long cutscene here. It's like whatever. You may notice that the controls are a bit inverted. So if you try moving down from minimap, you're actually moving up. It's actually like it changes the controls as it's turning the camera here. So, yeah. So, like I said, there's gonna be a fight happening when we leave this room right here. So when we go down here, it's gonna trigger a mummy fight. So from here, we're gonna be bursting this guy. Trap Gooigi there. Burst this guy. Once he's falling down, we'll go swap to Gooigi to break this mummy. Swap Luigi, break this mummy. We're gonna wait for these two to clump together. Swap to this mummy. If we not, we just burst twice. Avoid getting hit by the goo. Now, I don't know if you heard that, but I think... Okay, I'm pretty sure I didn't get this. Yeah. So without having that ball trap active, that other goob on the right, that top right mummy wouldn't have been hit because this these two mummies can get hit by the ball trap, but this one bottom right corner's mummy, which is the sinker, is a bit of RNG. So we do have to fortunately have to kill the guy slowly right here. But once we kill him, we're going to go through the door. And now this is the most important part, the weight room puzzle, or pressure weight room puzzle. So we're gonna put a couple of sand right here. This is a good amount of sand. If it hits,
Yeah.
that should be good. From here, all you gotta do is simply get rid of these big boxes, or these big objects, and be off the scale. And just hit this. And this next part, all you have to do is bring this guy back, but you're gonna have Luigi and Gooigi inside of this thing, and you're gonna be getting rid of the sand. Not all of it, but you can leave some of it right here, and it will still have it be in range of the final wave. So from here, we'll go to this. After that. So I swapped the Gooigi at the end right there. Now you can do it after. I can walk into the trigger here to activate the fight. Flash him with Gooigi here. Swap to him. Tether. Slam onto these mini hammers. I do 4 slams, which you have to be reactive on letting go when doing that. But yeah. Here we're gonna run to the door so we can leave as soon as possible. There's only 2 left here, so we'll just flash them. After that, we can leave. And what we gotta do here is go all the way to the top of this sandhill. When you go all the way to the top of the sandhill, you can burst to trigger the fight early. Or you can kind of go like around here. Just want to be a little more optimal. Like to group these guys. You have enough time to do this. Just not too much. Because we do want to do something with the gem group here. So if you get a double like this, is pretty nice. As long as the hammer's not in the way. But despawn Gooigi here. We're gonna fight this guy. We're gonna try to double team, but be mindful of where you are near the gem goo, because sometimes you might be able to hit him and kill him with the hammer. The double team. So try to slam away as much as possible. And if you do that successfully, what you do is basically go towards the door right here. And instead of just waiting, you do want to drag this goob close to here. So if it kind of goes here, we can go ahead and pull him. And if he ever does that kind of thingy right here, you just flash him again to reset. And you can put a plunger on him so he can kind of stay put. Now for this, you might need to move back a bit if it doesn't seem like he's getting up on this. But this should be enough for him to get quick speed right here, which we did. So here we are going to activate a trap, which just closes this from behind. Should run through. Let's plunger this face so we can get a mini torch. I'm gonna drop this torch right here on that third vase right here, the spider. Once that's lit up, we burn this web. You want to stand kind of like in front of this circle ring, so you don't have to like have too much walking distance. The X prompt. From here, we'll be facing its Cersei here. So we'll leave out over here, skip the cutscene. From here, we'll vacuum, and then we'll go ahead and do vacuum with Luigi. As they're about to attack here, we're going to purposely have Gooigi die inside of her, like this. Once that happens, we're going to go continue vacuuming. And if it does a jump attack like this, we're going to go and towards it and burst over this shockwave. And make sure that you're near the head thing, head sand, and have Gooigi helping by vacuuming the sand, so this way this can happen quicker. Here you can burst it as soon as you're about to release this, and flash her. So through here, we're going to drain her as much as possible. And then go ahead and slam her. I didn't do any like one cycle here, I guess, which I thought so. But from here, we're gonna do the same thing as before. If it's doing the fist attack, you just gotta burst it right in front of it, like that. Be sure you're doing the vacuum like this. Now, if it does this, you can basically take damage and burst. And when you do that, you just immediately have Gooigi be vacuuming this. Now this case was a little bit weird, but it still ended up being fine. Like in before, just burst over with the right attack. And we should be able to finish her off with under 80 HP right here. Just like that. There's no way to manipulate the button to spawn on top of us, so... After that, we're going to go to 11F. So here is going to introduce by the triplets. You get the Zane Genie. As reference to like several games. So here, it may look like a trick. This is not the real door. This is the door. It's just invincible. Pull this cloth. Start with this. Through the door and get the orbs. From here, we're gonna go to over here. Over to this door. If we get scared, it's alright. Skip the cutscene here. Head to our left. Flash this light. Be sure to dark light this in time, and then we gotta get these orbs. Be sure that you're not gonna get hit by this fan. The doors are kind of close to it. So from here, we're gonna be dark lighting this trash can. This is a haunted trash can. And what we can do is drop down Luigi as bait, and when he eats him, we'll go ahead and dark light this. go ahead and take the orbs, and then go ahead and finish the rest with Luigi. Open the chest, so back to Luigi so we can grab the key, and we can leave the room to open this right door. From here, when we walk around the middle of this like trap door here, reverse, and this will open as this is going on. Now we gotta make our way to the top right. We gotta plunger this vending machine. Break it so we can get through. Here we drop down Gooigi from this cloth to reveal a door. You can actually reveal the door from underneath here. Aim up. If you vacuum, you can get them all. So back to Luigi. Up, down. You'll get scared here, but that's alright. Hit X on the key here, skip cutscene. And then here's a haunted bunny. You just grab him, dark light it. Luigi, grab the yours, be on top of the key, so you can get it. And you can X out of here to open this door. Key. Here, we'll break these two curtains. You'll get hit by a hat, but you just instantly burst and hit down right a bit. Kind of like this, and you'll just get pushed forward. And we'll get here, and we'll meet the triplets. And we'll get a cutscene, and with the spook speed, we can go through the door. Now, if for some reason you get the trigger to happen, it can sometimes happen, but in this case, it doesn't. So we're gonna go ahead and go towards the goob here. Flash, and the main reason why I wanted this Gooigi is because of this spinning wheel. This spinning wheel can jump scare Luigi out of a tether, but it cannot with Gooigi. We'll be slamming this guy towards this direction. We'll be running him over here and get this guy. And if you can slam this guy in time, you can slam once in here, 2, 3. And you see that I can finish him off like this. And I think I'm gonna do plunger here, which I did. Yes. Here I can do is basically time a flash by hitting these two right here. Slam. I kind of purposely right here. You may notice I purposely like let him drag a bit. That's basically by just holding forward to where the direction they're going. So like I'm holding right for a bit, direct right, and then I instantly pull back after slamming here. Here I can do the triple. After this, I can go ahead and trigger this trash can Luigi for spook speed. Run to the right over here. Flash these two if I'm lucky enough. Try to drive back. Best idea is to break this thing because later on you're going to come back to this area. I'm going to go and burst this with this oozer. If he's open right here, I can flash him, grab him. And once that's done, we go ahead and go fight against the water tank. So, fun fact, if you go on the side right here, you can go ahead and tether the hammer. Keep in mind that you can accidentally grab the chains. If you do grab the chains, just immediately let go and try to tether from behind and take this. So, just do a re-grab right here. After that, we'll go ahead and go to the middle of the stage right here. Now we're gonna mash A, move back, mash A, move back, mash A, go forwards and grab. Climb up with the scoop. If I do that successfully, I almost kill them all. There's just one more guy left. Luckily I'm near the door so I can go over here. Here what I do is I burst the trash can, plunger. Well, I guess not plunger. So what I do here instead, I actually trigger the painting for the slinker by going near by it. I do the same for the oozer and the goop. Spawn Gooigi here. Too bad I missed the oozer here. What I'm gonna do is just try to slinker here. And as I really get that guy in here. Spook speed, I can go through the door and to the boss fight. And so basically this boss fight is cups. Game of cups. The first phase is pretty easy, they're just pretty much just like, they shoot deck of cards at you. And they're spinning around right here. And when they're doing this, this is the time to ready for a burst. So right here. After you gain control, you can go in and flash it. So at this point, you're gonna have to pay attention. So what I like to do here is, I like to turn. I like to move my left stick a tiny bit to where the fake thing is. So, gonna be right, left, middle, middle. You only did 3 turns. And instead of focusing on the fake guy, I would focus on the real one of the 2 real ones. So I focus on this one right here. You may notice that like I'm pointing my flashlight towards the real one right here, which is the one we're gonna be getting here. Now this gets a little harder and you have to kind of lock in because this time you're actually be focusing on the real thing. Left, right, middle, right, left, middle. First. So for these, as soon as they shoot these deck of cards, you immediately burst. So this is gonna be middle. We head towards the middle. You want to stand directly in the middle. So this is going second. So again, I will start focusing. Burst. As an OG. So yeah. Grab the button. And we'll make our way out of here. We'll have free spook speed from the trash can like this, so it's kind of neat. You may sometimes get hit there. It can happen, but yeah, that's 11F. And now we got to 12F. But when we go to 12F, unfortunately, we have to go back for more backtracking. Because we can't get through here, otherwise we need the upgrade. So when we walk over here, after interacting, we first have to interact with that hole by hitting X. And when we leave out and walk over here, we'll get called by EGAD. Skip this. We want to pause right here, and we go to the lab, so we can talk to him about what's going on. It's pretty much our rescue mission, because our great friend Greg, the red toad, has messed up and got lost in B2. So here you can skip this cutscene. You may notice it just like flashes like that. You can just skip it. So yeah, smash through here. Go around here. Now you can skip this TV animation. Cutscene. So we gotta go back to B2 to rescue Toad, or I should say Greg. So here, walk over here. We're gonna get scared by these guys. We don't have to worry about them. Here, we have to worry about a Honda trash can. Under the guy, dark lighted. You want to break that broom so you can kind of move over here. Otherwise, they'll be in the way. So once we leave here, we're gonna break this toolbox. Breaking this toolbox will allow us to avoid having to deal with an user that's hiding in here. So from here, we're gonna be triggering this and going right in front of this guy. Once this is done scaring Luigi, we're gonna be plunging this giant toolbox and slamming it towards the scoop. We're going to be moving back and flash this guy, slam under this guy, and slam under the toolbox. And if I'm lucky, I was able to grab them both right there. So from here, we go down to this room over here. And we'll drop Gooigi, go through this first pipe right here. Turn the valve so we can turn the water off, so it's on the other side, the below side. Throw out the, something I noticed here is that I bursted after turning this. This can, most of the time this works, sometimes it doesn't work, so you'll have to sometimes burst on Gooigi's side. Okay. I mean that's revealed from here. Let's get the dialogue. We want to activate this bridge control. We're gonna grab Toad and break this ladder open. Have Gooigi on the bridge. We're gonna turn the bridge one time. When the lights go on, like when the lights turn on like that, on both sides like this, it will be turning, and you can just let go. So after that's done, we're gonna wait until the camera kind of goes down, so we can have the reticle ready for the Toad throw right here. If you're not too comfortable doing that, you can always just grab Toad Gooigi and just kind of just walk him as you're holding onto him. So once we get the part upgrade, you may notice that we're not going to the, if you check the mini-map right here, we're not going to this door. That door is blocked by a hammer, so we have to go all the way around through the sewers to, we have to go through a different path to leave this area. So whenever you go onto ladders, like in this form, which I should have said this before, but if you hold up or down, it's basically up and down in this way. But here, we're not gonna be doing a skip, but we're doing a cool strat. So if you ever go down here, and once Toads falls down, grab Toad and push him against the wall, and it will immediately activate the Slinker. Flash the Slinker. Try to go close to him as possible, because sometimes you might accidentally grab Toad. But once you do this, you can get this very quickly. Pull out the plunger. Here we can ignore this. It's not mandatory. So we can ignore these guys. Here we have to hold out the plunger to skip this. But once we trigger this Slinker, make sure we gotta burst this guy. If Toad's being carried, just be sure to burst him off. And just run out. You won't have to worry about plungering. After that, same goes to here, just burst here. Here you would just have Toad say something here. After that's done, here what I do, I grab Toad. And if it's locked onto Luigi there, I just spawn Gooigi. Clear him out. Grab Toad so I don't have to do the plunger, and so I can just push him inside of here. And we're going to be using Greg, our uncooperative friend, to break open that wall. Flash this green light, and we're going to be throwing him like this. If he warps right here, we can burst right here to get this out. We go ahead and turn this. Once done turning, interact with it. Move up a bit, have Luigi go down, grab Toad, aim up, so he goes down here with Luigi, break the wall with Toad. Now we gotta aim to over here so he can touch that. And there's a thingy right here that Luigi can do. We're gonna blow this. Walk on. You can despawn Luigi when it's turning, so it doesn't turn again. So after that's done, we can go to the door. Here, go through this way. We don't have to worry about that hammer. There's another ladder that the break open, so grab Toad. Run on the thing. Sometimes it'll teleport if you try to go up on the ladder too early. But here, what we're gonna do is interact with the elevator from far like this. Grab Toad, spawn Luigi. Gonna have him like this. Move him down here, hold the flashlight. When we see him move like this, like away, let go, flash, hold the vacuum, hit another flash. So flash here, vacuum, flash again. I'm gonna do a double tether here. 5, swap here if you can. You can interact from the X prompt right here, so you don't have to worry about doing a plunger. Here we're gonna go to V1 because that's where we have to go. It's a long elevator ride, so after this opens, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop Gooigi right around this like light. It's not turned on. Move here. Swap to Gooigi. Now, this is sometimes random, but if you see the Slinker already, immediately burst him and flash him with Luigi. Don't grab him instantly with Luigi because he'll get scared if he appears instantly. In this case, let me do this. I just swap to Luigi and just finish these guys. Once we finish them all, we go and cancel the celebration animation with a plunger. And I will point out, this is where we typically split for B2R segments. So it starts from after splitting from for 11F after getting the 12th button. Split to here. Some people may combine this segment with 12F. Yeah.
Whoa!
So here, this is just a part upgrade. We get a very useless upgrade besides the ability to slam 2 more extra slams, so it's a total of 7 fast slams in the run now. gapping simulator. Smash through it. Now we go to 12. So we go back to 12F. We interact the socket on the wall, and we're going to break this left side of the ship. We're gonna wait until we see these two planks, these bottom planks, like broken off. You just hit B and skip minus. And you'll X out of it. You just get the cutscene here. You're gonna go all the way around here and get hit by this a bit. We're gonna go on this right side of the door because it's gonna go on this side. Here we're gonna pull this rope to trigger the next sequence. So once we trigger this, we're gonna go ahead and try to grab a barrel. Hit him, we guess we did. Grab another barrel. Throw it. Throw it. We won't be doing any fancy 1 cycle or 2 cycle in this. This is going to be straight 3 cycle here. So we're going to flash him until he does this big attack right here. Once he does that, we want to move away as possible so we don't get hit. From here, we're just going to go ahead and tether until we are able to start slamming. Just keep slamming so you can charge that until his health is 200 HP. Now we're on to the second phase. Try to avoid getting hit by these guys, because otherwise you can easily drop your bomb. Also, this one also can detonate very quickly. So since I didn't miss this in my run, if you ever miss a bomb throw or a barrel throw, you can actually get another chance of throwing another barrel at him if he laughs after missing a throw. So here, this is the same thing. Just wait until he does this big attack. Here, we can do. So, with enough health, we have enough health to do this. We're going to be doing a damage boost in this third phase. Luckily, there's a heart right here. We're absolutely fine. So, we're going to purposely get hit. The game tries the best to utilize the plunger on this plank. We're not going to do that because that's too slow. We're going to damage boost because it's quicker. So when we get hit right here, we're going to mash A. We're only going to be losing like 20 HP if we do it very quickly. The debris is kind of in the way right here. You ideally want to move out the debris before like Hayden's phase. This should be fine. So fun fact is that you want to have him stand kind of like this. This is a very optimal way of doing this. So immediately throw that, and whenever this blows up, you immediately throw the second one in like this. Unfortunately, that kind of bounced, and that somehow counted for some reason, which is crazy. So here, this blows up, I let go of this, I throw this. I guess it's too early. So once again, after 3 hits, we're gonna do the same thing again as before, just mash A. Even if you lose 30, this is still fine. Mash A here. We'll lose 20 health. Do the same strat again as before. think the main issue probably with this is I was a bit too close with him, which probably is the main reason why I missed it. So from here, we now can finally fight him again. I just burst that out, just so I can just have that out of the way. So when it comes to these attacks, when he charges me, I can just flash him, but in this case I guess I didn't. But this is a good example of what not to do. But on his second attack, it's pretty normal. You can react to it. Just flash that. Third one's the same. Just flash him. And once it does the swing, which is guaranteed, finish him off. And we can spawn Gooigi. And we can actually wait for the button land on the button with Gooigi here. So from here, despawn Gooigi when we go up here. We're gonna go ahead and start like that. Skip cutscene. Skip this dialogue. We're gonna head down on this ladder. Go back all the way around. We do have to go around this ship. And this does work here, so you can hit X right here. Skip that cutscene. Skip this call. Just move up X right here. Now we go 12F, not 12F, 13F. So now we're down to 13F, and we're gonna get scared here, which is alright. Once we are here, we gotta interact with this door to trigger this next sequence. So you gotta go to the window. Johnny deep in flexing. Just gonna throw the volleyball. So from here, what I do is I'm gonna hold down right and flash the slinker. We're gonna go to him, tether him. We're gonna slam towards the goobs that had the sunglasses. Like that. And let go right there. I can spawn Luigi to grab the key here. So cool tip by the way here, if you hold A when you enter this room, this Oozer will immediately go into the middle locker here. He will always go in the middle locker right here. From here we're gonna flash these two guys and this Oozer. Plunger. And here's the easiest skip by far that you could do. So when you enter this room right here, all you gotta do is just hold X and start moving to the left. And you can just let go of X once you're next to the door like this. And that's pretty much it. Here we do is basically vacuum like this, and then we do a treadmill. And this part's RNG, there's no guaranteed, so... And that's like the sound that it makes when it's actually the thing, but this is unfortunately not it. So this is the one.
Oh yes, Airman.
So fourth try right here. Skip this cutscene. So what you gotta do is you gotta have this curled, this lowered, and this curled right here. So these two, like, top left and bottom right are need to be curled. These rest of these things are just flat. And this is the same pattern for each run, so you don't have to worry about it being random.
Yes.
After that, we head back to Luigi. We're gonna get scared here. Easy animation skip here. Animation skip. Just hit X on the chest and you'll skip it. And you just go on the move to this. We'll interact with the door here. Drop Gooigi there. Flash this middle part. Some of these mini hammers. Do damage. We're gonna flash this guy with Luigi here. Do a double tether. If we can make it in time, which we are, we can hit X on the door. Cutscene here. Here is gonna be a gauntlet here, so we're gonna turn in these valves one by one. I had to make sure I got that. We're gonna get scared here anyways, which is fine. We're gonna purposely kind of slam away from there in the middle so that we get pushed back like this. We're gonna flash these 4 ghosts, and if we don't get hit, which is good, we can group these guys and slam into these. Now, unfortunately, I have a shower turn on. This can happen. However, you can avoid this by slamming onto a ghost that's higher health, but unfortunately, I have to do this. Which wasn't too bad. So here is Johnny Deepin. So the way this works is that we're going to be basically dropping Gooigi and having him go right behind here. And once he's attacking like this, we're going to grab a volleyball, and if we see that it's being pointed at him, we're going to throw at it. And we're going to go right behind this. Actually, we're going to go straight for it. So if you want to play it safe, what you can do is you can go behind this pillar and wait for him to attack and do the same thing again. And this way you're 100% sure that you can get this valve turn. And make sure that you're ZLing, not ZRing on this valve. So yeah. Here I just do a burst right here to break these towels, blocking the door. Now we swap to Gooigi. And here what we're gonna do is grab the volleyball, throw at him, and we're gonna take off his glasses. Once his glasses are fully taken off, go and flash him and slam him 3 times. We won't be able to land on a button though, but
Yeah.
so you skip that. We'll climb on this ladder. Go around here. There's a trapper right here that we have to defeat. And we'll go to the elevator. And like I said before, this is another Polterkitty section. The second one. Which is why we see the X prompt early.
Oh.
So once again, backtracking. So from here, we go back into 13F, and we have to go to the shower room So we have access to this room. You may notice that this door was like blocked. Those towels are no longer there, so you can just open this.
Oh my. Uh-oh.
So you can actually instantly burst here, but I just walked up here to burst. But here we're gonna go back. We'll go into the weight room. You won't have to worry about the hammers here. They're just gone. It's just glitched out, as you can see. So here you gotta get a punching glove, and you have to go throw onto the punching bag. Sometimes this may not work, so you might have to do this again so that it hits. Otherwise, it'll take a bit of a time for it to register the hit. So yeah, once this is activated, Polterkitty is gonna activate a golem here. So what we're gonna do is basically move to the right over here, and like Gooigi handled this, so we're gonna do I can do a re-grab, get these guys all together. Flash the hammer. We're gonna slam up and then down. Down and up. I did a re-grab again. Yeah, this is pretty good. By doing that, you're able to finish the fight pretty decently there. So after that, we're gonna go ahead and leave the room. We're back to the first room here. And we're gonna have to aim up to flash the Polterkitty. When she's down like this, you can flash her. You want to hug against the wall like this and have Luigi be out. She does this, you go into flash her. Just slam her down. I try swapping. That was too early of me, so my part.
Oh.
So we're gonna leave here. We're gonna go down a floor, which is gonna be 12th floor. So here, right side door. We'll get jump scared by Polterpup here, and we'll have to wait for him to go through here. And from here, what you need to do is basically kind of vacuum this pile of sand. Kitty. And there are two spots that she can jump to. She can jump to this one, this tree, or this tree. You'll have to stand right here facing away, or you have to stand right here facing away. Be sure that you don't get hit by a Gooigi right there, or a snake. Swap to the last slam. I'll have spook speed because of PK. I'm gonna run through this. Get scared 2 times. We're gonna spawn Gooigi right there and stop him right here and swap back to him. We're gonna do a spook speed activation by triggering this haunted chest by dark lighting it. Because when we swap, we'll have instant spook speed. So from here, we're gonna go to 11F, and when we're in here, we're gonna get another ghost encounter, but inside the elevator. So if you can stand like right here and flash, you can get them all.
Yeah.
Having money, I believe, doesn't really matter. I usually just do it. But I always do it. So here we gotta go into the fan room. So I do here is I drop Gooigi, and I go basically kind of in the middle between these three hats to burst this, and I swap back to Luigi to burst this, and go through the door. Next we'll go up here, get scared, plunger this, Luigi plunger that. I got pretty unlucky here, I think it might be placement. Okay, here. Flash that. Spawn Luigi. Plug Luigi forward here. Be sure that you're using Luigi for this. Because if you don't, if you try using Luigi, she's going to do a fake out and try to do the scare from the other side of Luigi. Right behind you. So once that's done, we can go ahead and grab one. Let's get the cutscene here. Leave. Now we can go to 14F. So once we are in 14F, we're going to go ahead and go all the way to the right here. Go right, left a bit, and then go back there. Do a re-grab and slams. Spawn Gooigi, move away, create out the slinker. Up to Luigi, and then pull out the plunger to cancel the celebration animation. We're gonna trigger this haunted trash can for spook speed. So why not? So here, once we enter this room, we go ahead and go up these stairs to trigger the first phase of this fight. Let's get this cutscene. So, fun fact, most of the time, it's always between these two guys that have the button. Sometimes it may be one of these other guys, but in most cases it's between these two guys right here. So once you reveal them with Luigi, you can go ahead and spawn Gooigi and focus on the guy that has the button. So what I do here is that when they start oh my gosh, when they're about to start to dance here, you have to start like kind of mash burst a bit. So you kind of single them out. So you can kind of focus them on them right here. So you should be like right there. And important thing to note is that you want to be in control of Luigi after doing the last slam. So we're gonna do a one cycle here. We're gonna go to where she teleports. Burst, flash, and we do another burst. Once we do another burst, we're gonna go ahead and grab her. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do we're gonna start slamming. We're gonna do a flash, burst, and then grab her again. For the third time, we only have to flash her once again. This is not the usual way that we do it, but this is like more beginner friendly. So each time you do a flash, burst, she'll be able to be vulnerable after taking her grab. So burst, flash, burst. So once that's done, we can go ahead and once this kind of goes like low enough, we can go and swap to Gooigi, and get the button. Here we're gonna actually be doing a let's get rid of this fight right here. You can go for the skip here if you know how to do it, but this doesn't lose too much time if you do this fight very fast. So what I like to do is flash either from afar or vacuum from afar and drag them until like I'm zipping. Also, the neat thing about doing this fight is that if you have the trash can activated, you won't have to worry about doing the plunger at all. So,
Okie dokie.
it's one
Walking
upside
on.
to doing that
Oh, yeah. Ha ha.
fight.
Yeah.
So, we have 15F. We want to despawn Gooigi for this first part.
Oh.
So here, we're gonna go up here, trigger this scene, skip that. Spawn Luigi. We're gonna go up to the right side. We're gonna plunger this vent. Open it. Go in there. We're gonna go up here. When Luigi's going through there, we can swap to Luigi. Move up here. Swap back to Luigi. Pull this down and swap back to him. So that's done. So here's how the route goes. So we're gonna be going to the left side. Here, before we go in the door, we have to flash this trapper. If you get scared, that's okay. Grab them, go all the way. If you don't make it in time there, you just do
Ooh.
plunger here.
Hello.
Skip this here. For this, you can actually ignore this without having to see this laser, is by just walking to the left side of this. But from here, we're gonna drop Luigi. Leave Luigi right in front of the key here and burst so we can go ahead and make in the cycle. And if you keep running right here, you should be able to maintain speed. I recommend kind of moving more to the middle here and then start turning or start moving up here so you don't have to move into lasers. So this way you can get the key unlocked right here. And we'll have our first ghost encounter in this floor. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do a plunger on this left user. When I do that, if I hit that, I'm gonna purposely move to the right here, and when I see the hammer, I'm gonna move to the left. And so once I see myself or close enough to... Actually, what I did instead, I did a flash. So when this left user no longer has the Gooigi's plunger, we're gonna flash and we're gonna tether. Now, if you're too worried about getting hit here, I suggest bursting and then just flashing them both. In this scenario, I was able to do it like this. Gooigi can finish him off on his own like this. So here, a cool technique to do is that you can actually hit the hidden door from the wall like this. Here we're going to be doing a blow, and make sure to have Luigi on this side. I'm going to stop blowing, let Luigi turn off the power source of the lasers here. And now we're going to blow again. Blowing here. Sucking doesn't really matter. We're starting out, so now we got the green key, so 2 out of the 4 keys that we need. So we're gonna go up. What I recommend I would do is I try to avoid kind of going near this wall, because sometimes a trapper can be here. There's another trapper here. Likely they're not in the way for the rest of the doors. These two rooms over here. So yeah, start like this. And this is going to be the first case of door storage. So what I'm going to be doing is I have Luigi in front of the door with the X prompt visible on him. And when I swap to Gooigi, what I do is you have to use these shoulder buttons. So with default controls, you have to do R and then hold R and then hold L. So you should be holding R first and L. So L and R should be holding. And when you swap, what happens is that Gooigi despawns immediately. And if you do that correctly, you'll have door storage, which lets Luigi be invincible. Unless he does an action or triggers a cutscene. So when I pull that down, we'll go ahead and turn water by blowing. This is where the third key is. As this is going on, we're gonna go ahead and burst the stack of towels on this door so we can leave that way. We can also vacuum these for hearts if we need to. So once we get the blue key and leave through here, we're gonna have to go up over here to do another ghost fight. So we're gonna hug against the wall here, and once we are able to turn around and do a flash, I'm gonna go close to him and grab him, and we're gonna try to slam all of them as much as possible. That was a really good fight right there. If you do that just like that, you can get most of them. So here is the last room we'll be doing. There's hearts right there if you need it, but I don't need that. So here, like in the third room, we're gonna be doing door storage again. Like I said, we're gonna do stand in front of the door with the X prompt visible on Luigi, hold R, and then L, LR together, we swap, and we gain door storage. Pulling this doesn't get rid of door storage, luckily. So here's a tip there's a tip right here that I should probably mention here. So whenever you're on this thing, what I like to do is when it's kind of like steep, I would vacuum and kind of go like this, and then go and do this. This way it's kind of like more balanced. What I did there is I purposely left Gooigi on top of that, because by the time it goes down, I can go ahead and go on top of it. And I do the vacuum, move back right here to do this. You can do this a bit more faster by leaving Luigi up here, because you can go through that laser with door storage. But now that we got the 4 keys, we're going to go to the middle right here. So to our right, the middle here, we're going to be doing a skip. So, do this. So right here, between these two gates, not this one, these two, there's a gap right here that you can fit Gooigi between. When you do this, spawn Gooigi, no plunger, you can get him through, and you can just instantly go ahead and get to the vault door. So after this, we're gonna have... So here, we're just gonna go in the boss fight. Skip the cutscene, and there's a strategy that I will show you how to do. So, we're gonna dodge these lasers by just either bursting. If you aren't good at dodging them by bursting, you can always, what you can do, you can always just run next to it. So that way you just have more wiggle room. So once it does the second one right here, immediately pull out the. So where I'm standing, there's like a metal circle here. There's two of them, opposite sides right here. The best spot to do this is just right here. Because as soon as you see colors right here, there's a yellow color and a green color. We're gonna plop Gooigi down, and we're gonna go ahead and make Luigi go between these two colors right here, because we're gonna be turning these two off. So we're turning the green blue color, and then we're gonna turn off the yellow one. And we're gonna go ahead and flash Helen right here. This is the way where you can aggro her to attack you. It's by flashing her. So what I like to do is I like to kind of go near the laser that's going away from me rather than one that's like going towards me. So we're flashing her like right here. We're having these two lasers active. This is moving away. This is moving towards us. And we're right here. So when you're tethering Helen right here, you want to start slamming when it hits under the 40s. So like around 39 or lower. So right here is where you want to start slamming. This way each cycle is giving a fair HP equivalence. Otherwise, if you do too much HP drain, you'll be able to kill her very quickly, but it won't be like very optimal in the last phase. So here what I do, I would also remember where these two colors are. So this is blue, this is or green blue, this is yellow. Fun fact also is that you can flash these green lights. You only get 44 of these. I think there's 4. I could be wrong, but these will give you hearts if you need it. But so like I said, what you can do is basically this is what I do in the second phase. I just follow it. So I do 3 of these. And it's the third one. We're gonna go this way. And like I said before, the green blue is right here, the yellow is right here. We can stand like right here. And we're gonna turn off the yellow immediately, because this is why you want to leave the Gooigi down here. Because you can immediately just turn off the yellow. And when you have him right here, the game is gonna try to put water on him, but we're gonna immediately leave that area. Which is why we wanna have him down there automatically when these turn on. So now that we turn that off, we can go ahead and flash Helen to aggro her to attack. And like before, we're gonna go ahead, try to go away from lasers. And like I said again, now if you ever get too close, it's okay to slam. But in this case, I am good enough to just keep slamming here. So yeah, after that, you may notice that I'm having him just move there. This is why you want to move Gooigi to yellow first. Do yellow first instead of green. So yeah, remember this is green right here. Green, blue is yellow here. So from here, this third laser attack, this third phase, there's gonna be like opposite sides. which isn't that bad to deal with. There is a faster version of this fight that you can do, which is Zero Laser, but that's for people who have already done enough runs to understand that they can do it. So after that does that, we can go ahead and run into... What I did there is I simply kind of stayed there for a bit, so I could purposely have her right there. It may have been a risk, but if you don't want to play your risky there, you can go ahead and deactivate Green Blue one. So yeah, that's basically Helen 2 laser. And if you're low, if you're low on health right here, she'll drop hearts after being sucked up here.
Yeah.
So here, I'm just gonna flip. Be away from it. Don't be like in the gray area. But here, this is where we kind of split. For the end of 15. And this will be the start of King Boo segment. So here we skip Mario painting. Yeah, it tells us do this. Mash A, just hit yes, we're ready. So we're about ready to finish this run up. So all we're doing is just walking up these stairs. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Just gonna get scared. We'll just get scared a couple times here, which is alright. There are startle skips, but I'm not here to teach that. So we're just gonna go through this. Let's get there. Get scared here. Go through this door. There's a cutscene right here you can skip. And it's black right there. We're not gonna do Mario skip here. This is... I think doing Mario skip run is not very beginner friendly. Even if it's a bit consistent. So all we're doing is we're gonna be going all the way around here. Climb this ladder. Go on this side, climb this ladder. Climb this final ladder. Go ahead and dark light painting here. Be sure you don't accidentally hit X on Mario. Skip this. Here, so as long as you have 99 health and a bone, you should be fine. So here we're gonna do is basically avoid this first attack. And so now it's gonna do is slamming tongue attack. So I hold B and just move on the side, left and right. Like this. And fun fact, if you're in the bottom corners, like in the corner, like the bottom right or the bottom left, you don't get hit by this attack. Even with that brush right there in the corner, it doesn't really matter. So here is the first instance of the damage boost in King Boo. So here, I just burst here so I can get this hit earlier here. So from here, it's going to do this bomb thriller. This is very important to note, and I see many runners miss this, but like, I highly recommend and understand how to control throwable objects. So you may notice this one is beeping. Do not grab that, but grab this one. Luckily, I have a heart. What I do is I hold ZR and I turn the right stick left till I see the reticle on his mouth. If you see the reticle on his mouth, that is good enough for it to be throwable. And as you can immediately throw the bomb You can throw the bomb while holding ZR with ZL. Throw the bomb with ZL while holding ZR is still fine. So after that, we can go ahead and grab the tongues. And fun fact is that you don't necessarily need to charge both of them. You only need to charge the one side that is being controlled, that has the A prompt ready. So after slamming 3 times, we're gonna do second phase here. We're gonna damage boost this lightning phase right here. And we're gonna purposely go under these shadows, the first one that we see. Get hit by it, this will damage boost us. Here, we'll get hit by these fireballs. Here, so after this, after the fireball attacks on phase 2, I recommend standing right around here. This is the best option to stand on. If you were to stand on here or like maybe here or even further back, you'll probably face the unlikeliness of an unfortunate hit by one of the tongues slams. So I can run here, I can run to here, and then from here when it does the swirly tongues, I can go underneath and this guy. I can go underneath this guy at this moment. And here, this is important. You wanna plop down Luigi right here. This way you have enough time to react, because this phase is very unforgiving when it comes to dropping bombs and immediately starting the phase again. So uh so when you see them kind of spawn in again, make sure to focus on the one that has the real amount of teeth. So the real one has 4 teeth. Fake one has 2. So we have to shoot a bomb for the left one here. And we're gonna try to focus so that's not a swap to here. Try not to get body blocked by the bombs here. Right there. If you have any debris after this, be sure to vacuum it. This can give you hearts. Flashing the spiders can also give you hearts as well. But yeah, after that's bomb is thrown here, go ahead and slam. So here's gonna be a long cutscene that's skippable here. So here, this will be one more lightning phase, and we're gonna be purposely going for the falling bomb throws. So here, this guy's gonna be left side because he has 4 teeth. That's the real one. So I get hit by the lightning. Be sure to look for the shadow. So I like to stand right down below here, facing towards this guy. And you see there's shadows right here, so like that, I can hit it. And there you go. That is basically the entire run explained. I don't know how long this recording has been. I did have to pause at certain points, so I'm gonna have to edit out. But this is basically just a way to explain the run that I did. For anyone interested in running the game, I will be doing a advanced tutorial to where I'll be showing you how you can get your first ever sub to 30 time, 80%. I'm gonna have to be working on that very soon. So hope you enjoyed the commentary, and I'll be back with more. Anyways, take care.